Hello, this is Lolly. Welcome back. This is part 2 now of the Flip Junk Journal. Here is the cover that we made in part 1. And so, got a pocket here. Let's get ready to start making the inserts, which are called signatures. I think I'm going to make 3. And I will give you the link down below to making this. The inserts, or excuse me, the signatures for these will measure 6 inches tall by 4¼ inches wide. The reason I'm doing 4¼ instead of 4 is that it would give me room to put a 4x6 journaling card on there without it getting stuck in the binding system. So in order to be 4¼ inches wide, by the time you fold that over, once it's open, it's going to be 8½. So 8½ by 6 will be the length. So you might want to start looking at papers that you have, printer paper, graph paper, whatever you want to use for your main papers inside. Couple other things. One is that I have made this, which is cut apart words, which you know I like doing on my computer. I'm giving you the free download for this. It's a PDF. You just, I will give you the link to my blog. You go to the blog, you click the image of this, and you can download this. You do not have to have Dropbox in order to download it. Just make sure you look around the screen depending on what device you're using to open this up. You can download this. Very few people have still not been able to figure out how to download it, so they will message me and I will get their email and send it to them directly. So that's a freebie. It will go wonderfully with this project. Now, in order for the covers, I said I wanted 3 of the inserts or these signatures. So what I need to do is look through my papers, open, and find anything that I've got that's big enough to do an 8½ by 6. Okay, and I put this all back in here, and I need to look again because I had set apart the cut apart. That's the cover. I need to get those cut apart words. This one, that one. These are the cut apart words. Those I want to make sure I'm not cutting into them because the backs are so pretty. So I set those aside again, and I always keep all my scraps. So now these are the things that are big enough because wait, this might not be big enough. Yeah, it is exactly 6. And so I've got these that I can use for insert covers, and it's got to pick 3 that I like the most. I really like this Be Mine. That would make a cute cover. XO. It is so hard. It will get used. So even if I don't use it as a cover, I think I'll do one floral. The floral and the plaid. It's just so cute. This is really hard, but I'm trying not to overthink it. I'll do a cover, and cover. I think I'll do it this way. These will be the covers, but don't forget, we will see the other side because of this. So here's what we're going to do. Let's put the stickers aside as well. So first I am going to use this whole sheet for my cover because this is, as I stated before, this is a flip junk journal. We're going to make a signature cover that has flips on both sides. So we're going to need this to stay at 12 by 12. Excuse me, 12 by 8½. So what you need to do is get your pattern. Let's use one that has a pattern that has a right way. This has the right way to it. Okay. So get your pattern up and down like this. Keep this, let's see, keep it 12 inches this way, but cut it 8½ inches this way. So put it in your trimmer and cut 8½ inches so that you have, what would that be, 3½ inches cut off the side. And I'm getting my scoreboard out. If you don't have a scoreboard, you can still do this with just a ruler and something like a cap on a pen, something that is semi-sharp but not too sharp. Okay, so with this vertically, the first thing we're going to do is turn this to the right and score it at 6 inches. Let's see, which way is it going to fold? This is going to be the front of my cover, so I am going to score it this way. Okay, now turn it around. I'm thinking which way. This is not good. No, this is not a fold issue. Yes. Okay, now I know you can't tell, but I have that score line right here. What I want to do is turn that around and score 4 1/4 only to that score line. So this is what I have here. I have a score line across here and one across the bottom. Okay, that's it. But now, this is the top part with no score lines in it. I want to score that at 4 down to that score line. That first one here, the one that goes horizontal, and I want to score that at 4 1/2. Okay, so I'm going to draw that out on a piece of paper so that you can see what I did, because I know you can't tell on this. Now I know this is 8 1/2 by 11. It's not 8 1/2 by 12, but you'll get the idea. Let me get my something dark as opposed to a pencil. So the first thing we did, this is the 8 1/2, is we scored it in the middle here, which is 6 inches, like this. And then I turned it around and I scored in the middle 4 1/4 inches right to that line. Then I turned it back around and I scored it at 4 and at 4 1/2. And this is what your score lines are going to look like. And what we're going to do is cut this section here out. That is what I'm going to cut out right now on this. So get you some sharp scissors. Boy, this is so dark. It's hard to see. Alrighty, so that's what it looks like with that notch out of there. So the next thing we're going to do is to burnish all of these. Okay, and here's why we cut that notch out, because now when we're opening and shutting these, they're not getting all bound up from being the exact length of the front cover. It just closes so much easier to have this section out. And now this here is a 4x6. It's the same thing as a 4x6 card. So this is the cover of our first signature. And I am going to repeat that process with the other two that I had selected, which is this one and my floral. And I'm looking to see, this one does not have a right or wrong orientation to it. This one, since it's all X's and O's, it has to either go this way or this way, but either way looks fine. So I'm going to work on this one next. So here are my 3 signatures that are going to go in here. And so now with these signatures, what we need to do is fill the insides with papers and other embellishments and ephemera and stickers and some more of the cardstock, because we have more cardstock left over. And also these little strips that we cut out of right here, save those, because these will be really cute border strips for some of the pages on the inside, or even on some of these flips here. See what I'm saying? It'd be very, very cute. Like that, or like this. So nice, or to break up the monotony of seeing this whole page look identical. So save those. Now, let's start looking at some more pages for the inside. Like I said, we still have more cardstock and scraps. I'm getting my little scrap pile right here. We still have these and all of these here. So what I'm thinking is that I will use some of these to make pages on the inside. Some of the pages will be cardstock. So because I'm not doing the flips on these ones necessarily, I will make these 8.5 by 6, which means if I cut this 6 and 6, actually what I would do first is cut 8.5, and I would have a nice strip here, and then 6 and 6, and I would have two pages for inside of that, of one of the inserts. Okay, and more scraps. And these can be used to make flips on the insides, so that's something else to consider. Oh, these are so cute. I think I'm going to do one of them where, so score it 4 1/4. I'm going to do one of them where this is the outside, and one of them where this is the outside. They're just, I can't say it enough, such cute papers. I will also give you the link down below to how to get this paper collection. So what I'm going to do now is just work on getting a collection of papers to go inside my 3 signatures. So far, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 of them. That's 2 for each signature, which is really great. And I still have these, which I used in the cover, but I could use for more for in there. Right now, I think I'll put it aside for now and work on collecting papers. And if you just have solid cardstock, that would work in here as well. And solid paperweight instead of cardstock to go in there. So let's start collecting paper. And I'm going to be looking at all my ephemera, but I'm going to assemble the whole book first pretty much, and the inserts, and then come back and work on the ephemera for these pieces and for the cover. I'll probably save what I want for the cover aside so that I don't put it inside, but I don't like to have my cover decorated when I'm trying to work on the inside because it seems rather fiddly to me. Okay, so we got all those put together. Start looking in your paper stash and seeing what you have that you would want to put into your flip junk journal. And here's the covers of the signatures and some of the papers that are going inside, and we still have a lot of paper left.